The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Welcome back to another episode of Connect with Jonathan and Mark. Every single week, we have these people that trust myself, but also trust you guys to do such intense research to help turn a corner in a case. Now, this week, I'm bringing on someone, and her name is Erica, and we are going to be covering the murder of her ex-boyfriend, Matt Odom. Now, before I get into anything, I do want to let you guys know that this is a little bit graphic, just like the normal ones. However, I just want you guys know that I jumped right into the reading because Matt's personality was so strong, and I couldn't just ignore it. So let's jump right into it.
Tell you before anything, I thank you very much for this
God,
opportunity.
no, thank you.
No, you don't understand how much it means to me. It means the world to me. Because I always felt like I know he's here. I know he is. I feel him. There's just he's here. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, thank you for trusting me to do this. That's the biggest thing is that I want to thank you for is just trusting in this and the process of doing this. I'm going to try and make this as useful for you, your family, for whoever that needs this, because I do see some information. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty intense. So, all right. So you're here for someone named Matt, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the Chris connected to him?
Who, Chris?
Yeah. Who's Chris connected to him?
That's his brother.
So I'm just going to tell you what he's showing to me because for one, there's a lot. So the first thing is this guy's pretty awesome. I'm going to first and foremost by saying Matt is pretty cool. He's cheersing me, which means he likes to have fun. So I definitely love that about him, that he's a good person.
Oh.
The second thing too, which I just wanted to bring up. So you can correct me if I'm wrong with this, and I hope I'm wrong with this. I think sometimes law enforcement and stuff, I think sometimes people are...
Detective?
Yeah, he's bringing up someone that was on his case, whether it's recent but someone who got in trouble, like a detective or someone who got in trouble.
Detective Diaz, he did federal time.
Oh.
Matt's case was his last case. And even though Bakersfield Police Department knew that he was under investigation for basically being telling and going after drug addicts and all that stuff and he was just bad. They still put him in charge of his case and he jeopardized everything.
Yeah, because what he's showing to me is that it kind of, aside from the obvious that this guy was not a good person, it really held up his case. And it also, from what he's showing to me, kind of derailed his case in a massive way when it was crucial at a very crucial time. So it's kind of like if there was eyeballs and stuff on it, in the beginning, that's the time where everyone typically will speak up and say something in the beginning, but it seems like it kind of got derailed from this person who was on his case that kind of flipped and script everything. Another thing too, he's showing to me, and so sometimes and you can correct me if I'm wrong, this is just what he's showing to me, because he wants to give you information for the case for him, because it seems like it's been going on for quite some time. I think sometimes people will hire people to do things, right?
Yeah, who was it?
Because what he's looking at me, he keeps saying the timing is everything. And I'm assuming something major in his life with someone was kind of going on, whether it's family or someone extended to him that was crucial. But he keeps underlining to me to let you know an name and a name.
I know.
why he keeps saying that to me. And my confusion is this. It's bigger than just a murder. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's bigger than just a murder is it seems like there was courts involved, and not from that detective. So like take that guy away, because this is after the murder. This is before the murder. Because what he keeps saying is that and he's smiling, saying, you know what I'm talking about. Because he's saying there was issues. It's either with someone in his family, an ex or something, because it's like there's issues with someone where he keeps putting his arms back and he keeps showing to me, it's like creating a little bit of a distance. And what he's also showing to me too at the same time of that is, and again, I know he keeps repeating this to me, but timing is everything. He keeps saying there was this, like something happened that had to have been big within the family or doing something where the timing of his murder was like right after. And what he's also saying to me too, when I do this stuff, I always look for if it's like kind of an armed robbery, if it's just like a random thing or whatever. And he keeps tapping his pockets. And when someone does that to me, typically that indicates not much was taken from his personal belongings. Like meaning like someone like specifically sought out to do this. It wasn't a robbery where he was just wrong place, wrong time. And what he's saying to me too is, I don't even really want to get into it too much about this, but it seems like it was a huge mess, like a very big mess. And when I'm talking about a mess, I mean,
what?
It wasn't like a shot and a kill. Like it wasn't anything like that. It looks like it was a little bit more gruesome than that. And it looked like he that he suffered like injury from it. So it doesn't mean it was a kill right away. And what he's also showing to me too is, and he's smiling at this, it seems like you've done a pretty good job getting his case out there, and he's thanking you for that because he's saying you're still fighting the good fight with people. And what he's saying to me also is, it's your word against. What he's saying is it's like you two colliding, kind of like friction. And a big piece of it is that, and he's just being honest with me, it kind of seems like, I'm sure he has kids because he's talking about his family. So I'm certain he must have children, maybe 1, 2, or whatever. But what he's saying is that they're with the wrong people, is what he keeps saying to me. Like they're not where they should be. And he keeps basically saying that you don't have to pull a trigger to be a murderer, essentially. Like you don't have to, like, if someone orchestrates something or someone knows about something.
He was the orchestrator. I believe it in my heart of my heart.
Yeah, because he's saying you're not the only one that believes it too. He keeps bringing up the C name.
Yeah, that's his brother. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what he's also showing to me too is, well, this is a little interesting. It's just like, it seems like the detectives, I guess, that are on it now do have a person of interest, and it looks like that it's just not enough evidence to prove it. Like it's kind of what you were saying.
The orchestrator, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, because like that's what he just wants to be clarified. It's like you don't necessarily have to be a person like a murderer to pull a trigger. Like if you do.
Quick question: are you able to like relate stuff back to him?
Yeah, like if you ask a question, he's going to hear it. It's just I'm going to validate it through an answer.
I just want to know if because we had a dog together. We got this puppy. Her name was Gemma. Cute little dog. And she just passed. And when she passed, I had to put her down. And that was another chapter. Like that's all I had left of him. That's all I had left of him was her.
Was there a weird incident with the dog with him, like coming through? Because he keeps talking to me about there was like a crazy thing where he was coming through, and the dog even like kind of caught attention of it. Whether it was, it had to have been something.
The purple cup.
Yeah, because he's saying there it has to be something. And what he's smiling about to me is he keeps rubbing the dog, and he keeps saying like he has the dog covered. And he's saying that just as much as you were obsessed with the dog, it seems like he kind of was too. So he keeps saying that you don't have to worry about any of that. His biggest concern right now is you, it seems. And his biggest concern is just you getting justice for him, because he's saying it's been an uphill battle this entire time. And I'm sure you have detectives that are working on it, but he keeps honestly slowing down, meaning like, I don't know, I'm sure they're putting effort into it. I don't want to say that they're not putting any effort into it. It does look like they're slowing down to some extent. Like they don't have enough to keep it like fully moving. I'm sure it's still being investigated. It just doesn't seem like it's a major priority at the moment. And what he's saying to me is that, which is very interesting, or from my perspective, weird. He keeps talking about the incident of the murder, that he's looking at me saying, how was there no one able to identify anything? Because he's saying it happened in like a public setting. Like it didn't happen in a home. It looks like it happened outside. It looks like it happened somewhere where like people would be able to identify something. And what he's also sharing with me too, and he's smiling at this, is I don't know how long ago this happened, but if someone's putting a Ring camera in front of me and keeps tapping Ring cameras and stuff.
Oh, there was at that time.
That's what I'm assuming, because he's saying that that was a huge miss. Like if that was there, it would have essentially like the case would have been solved. Like the case, they would have known who did it. And what he's also saying too, and why he's bringing up the timing of it, is it seems like this person knew his schedule pretty well. Because it didn't look like, and again, I'm just being honest from what he's saying, it doesn't look like he like went to a bar and came home and they're like, oh, we followed him from the bar home. He keeps saying this was on like a random Tuesday, as if he was going to work or he was going to a place that was routine. But like, you have to know his schedule when he's leaving. He's also saying too that, oh, this must have happened like right in front of your home. This had to have happened like right in front of your home, because he keeps saying that you were scarred from this, like completely scarred from this. And what he's saying to me too is, and again, only certain people, it seems like, knew his schedule the way that it was. And so I just want to ask you, are you from like a small town area?
Bakersfield is like, lots of people move out here from LA. Like it's not like we have so many high schools now. Like it's like a tight niche. Like we're junior high sweethearts and we reconnected.
He's saying that you're fighting a battle for him. And it also seems like what's like a little important about all this, and why he's also bringing this up to me, is it does seem like there was issues with a previous person in his life. Like it doesn't seem like they ended on fantastic terms, if I'm being honest. And he's saying that there has to be an audio recording or footage of something of them not in a great state of like maybe fighting or something. Because what he's saying is that, and he's smiling, he's saying he's a pretty easygoing person until you push his back against the wall. And he keeps saying that he felt like his back was being pushed against the wall time after time after time. And all he wanted to do, he keeps saying this, he keeps putting his arms around, seems like his children and you. It's like protecting the people that were very important to him. Like he seems like a family person to me in that sense, where family means a lot to him, and I'm sure it means a lot to a lot of people. But what he's saying to me is that he felt like his back was against the wall, like the entire he basically is showing to me he had to tiptoe anything he did in public because he was afraid that it was going to be like used against him in some type of way. But then he's saying the tides turned in his favor, and then this happened. So he keeps saying timing of everything is just a little too coincidental from his perspective.
If you're looking to streamline your audio advertising buys and maximize your revenue, look no further than Triton Digital's programmatic audio advertising exchange, A2X. The private exchange consists of only licensed broadcasters and top-tier internet radio publishers, assuring the quality inventory and brand safety you can trust. Visit www.tritondigital.com to learn more.
And what he's also saying too, and this is like the biggest key piece from my perspective, is this person knew his schedule very well. Like this was not someone who, like I said, he went to a bar or to like a place, had a few drinks, got into an argument, and someone followed him back home. This is something where it clearly was premeditated. Like it wasn't a robbery. It doesn't look like they were going to steal any items. Because again, when someone taps their pockets, they still have their personal belongings. Like that means the objective was to hurt someone. It wasn't to, but what he's saying to me, which is interesting, is it's kind of like when a plan goes sideways, right? It's kind of like if someone is going to scare someone or hurt someone, and the initial plan is not to necessarily kill someone, it's to scare them and hurt them. He's saying that's what happened. It went too far. Like things went too far, but everything was premeditated. So it's kind of like if someone's going, it looks like he was stabbed, if I'm being honest.
Okay, but he can't tell you how many people were there? 1, 2, or 3?
Kind of looks like it was 2 people because it looks like it was orchestrated by more than 2, obviously, but it looks like what happened was 2.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
but the orchestrator wasn't there.
It doesn't appear so, no.
I was right.
It doesn't appear so that the person that was kind of, the best way I can kind of phrase it is like a hit, right? When someone puts like a hit out on someone or something. But I'm not saying that they went to like the mafia or did something like what we see in movies.
No, they just went inside their family.
It just looks like they just had a plan. And again, like the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this, honestly, is the routine side of things where someone knew his routine when he leaves, it's kind of like when someone wakes up, when they go to work, when they come home. It just seems like the routine was down pat.
I used to tell Matt all the time, like, I remember we lived at a condo before this house, and I still live at the same house. So I'm still here. And we had a condo, but it wasn't a 2-story, but it had tall like walls, and it had a window way up there. And I remember I got curtains. I was like, hey, babe, should I put curtains up there on that window? And he goes, I didn't know there was a window there. Like, he was so, like, God. And so, like, I always think to myself, like, why? Like, when he locked the door, because, like, literally, you can see our front door from the mailbox around the corner. And the neighbor on the corner said that they saw the people that we all believe did it watching, scoping us out. But I refuse to leave this house. I refuse to let them win. Like, I'm not gonna.
No, and like he's also smiling at this too. So I wanted to ask you this. He keeps saying you were the strong personality in the relationship, and he was like the easygoing one. Because he keeps smiling, saying that like, it doesn't shock him that you don't want to leave the house. He's saying that, like.
Yes. But you know what? He always made me feel like a special woman, though. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, no, you were definitely, when I say the love of his life, you definitely were something very similar to that because, and he's smiling too because he's saying that you understood his personality. He keeps saying, and he keeps making this joke to me, which is a funny joke. Do you know like an IPA beer, how like some people like an IPA beer and some people just like, don't like, it's an acquired taste to some people. It's either you like it or you have to build to like it. He keeps making a joke saying his personality, you had to like understand him and get his sense of humor and get him. Like it was like a very unique sense of humor. And he's a good person. It's just he has a good sense of humor.
He is like goofy man.
Yeah, and he keeps smiling, saying that you love that IPA beer and you loved him and he like his sense of humor being like the IPA beer. And he keeps saying that his jokes were like dad jokes. Like if he could do a dad joke.
They're so stupid, but they're funny.
Yeah. He keeps saying they're dad jokes. And he keeps.
Yeah, but like they would make me laugh because like, I don't know, he just could make me smile. Like that man could make me laugh and smile. Yeah.
His main focus right now is to continuously protect and be around you all the time. And I have to be honest, and I know you mentioned you staying in the house, and he is happy that you are. He doesn't want you to like give that up. There's a couple things he's saying he doesn't really want you to give up so much aside from the house is obviously his case, but uniting a family he keeps talking about because he's saying that's the hardest thing to do right now is to get like, I'm assuming it's his kids.
No, but then I had my 2 because I was never supposed to have kids and I had twins. And my daughter, she says she talks to him.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's a very strong energy. He's definitely not for the weak based on his personality. He's definitely not for the weak. So yeah.
Yes, my daughter's told me things and I'm like, what? And they call him Uncle Matt because I'm like, what do I say? Like, that's Uncle Matt. And they love Uncle Matt. And they talk to him and they know. And like, that's why when Gemma passed, our dog, And my little girl said, go be with Uncle Matt, Gemma, go be with Uncle Matt. Because we had the thing done at the house, and it was the hardest thing to see. But those my two little ones, they love Uncle Matt like they knew him personally, but they don't. But apparently my daughter talks to him, so I don't know.
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, he still walks around that house. I mean, like he
does.
Yeah, he keeps saying he makes himself pretty known, like not even with just like simple like numbers and stuff. Like it really seems like he like moves, shakes things. Like he just like has that, strength to him. But do you speak to his brother?
Yes. But rarely.
Yeah.
I speak mostly to his brother's girlfriend. Well, they're not married, but I mean his wife basically.
Yeah. Because he keeps saying that he's doing a fantastic job as well, trying to keep this case moving.
Oh yeah.
And he's saying that, and he's just being honest with me, his back is also against the wall with this. It seems like there's not too much. It looks like from what he's showing me, there was exposure to this and then it stopped. Like it's a very interesting thing where there was exposure and there was stuff, but then it stopped. And what he's saying is that he's very thankful kind of that you and him, maybe you're doing it separately, but you and him are trying to keep this going in a forward motion. And that's why I'm saying to you,
maybe mostly that me and his brother now, like, we're like on the same page. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you and your brother have the same theory about things. And it also looks like I was holding this just because I wanted to make sure like what I was seeing is what I was seeing. I didn't want to just say something randomly. It's kind of like a reference to what you made, but a little bit more into detail. It does look like people where this happened could help move this case in a different direction, in the good direction is what I mean, not in a different person direction. It does look like people have seen and have noticed. It's kind of what you were saying. It's like if someone's stalking you, right? If someone's stalking the house, stalking movements and stuff, it's just sometimes people are afraid to say things. Like sometimes people are just afraid to like get involved in a case, get involved in stuff. And that's what he keeps saying is that there's people literally on your, like in your area, and by area, I mean like your, like your block, I'm assuming, that know way, way more, but they're just too afraid to get their like hands involved in something. Like, and that's what he's saying.
There's this little Asian lady that used to walk all the time. And all of a sudden, after he got murdered, she's gone.
Yeah, because he's saying to me, like, there's people that could essentially like, and again, when I say break the case, it's really just to like move it in a good direction, like move it into a direction where like there is like someone speaking out, like a witness, not just someone who is scared to say something. And he's saying, and that's why he's thankful. And I do agree with him at this. He is thankful that you're doing this because typically what happens a lot with these cases and what we've been seeing, aside from the law enforcement side, people hear about it and they get nervous and they email anonymously to help a case. Like they sometimes will do that. And I'm thankful that you did this because I'm hoping that that's what they do, is that someone hears this, it gets passed along, and maybe it is anonymous and maybe they do reach out anonymously, but it will help the case. And he's smiling, saying you're on the right direction. Like you've always been, but you're on the right direction. So
yeah, but so he's part of the Kern County Secret Witness program. They upped it to $15,000. Like
a reward?
Yes, for information. Yes, and no one's done anything. So basically I'm part of the Moose Lodge. I don't know if you know anything about the Moose.
No.
They're a nonprofit organization. I'm actually a chaplain, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes. And
nice.
So I do a lot of fundraisers for like the community, and give back. And so now I had the board sign off. So we're going to raise another $5,000. So it's going to go up.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm working on that. So, but it's like anybody with information, it's like, I agree with them. Like, I know some people know something. I know in my heart of my heart, I know. And it's like, it almost makes me angry because if I can still live in this house and get by 11 years now, they can say something.
Couldn't agree with you more. Agree with you more. Like if you still have, the fight in you to, one foot in front of the other, they should have the fight to,
say something.
kind of close a wound, essentially. It's like keeping it open from my perspective is obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with this, is that it's horrible if someone knows something, they're not saying something just because you're afraid of whatever. It's like most of the times you can do this anonymously and you don't have to say your name. And even when you file it to the police detective, to the sergeant, whoever,
exactly.
It's private. It's private. So I hope people that are hearing this and they want to help, because I'm sure everyone does want to help. You can do
and
this.
If they're hurt, I'll have their back.
Me too. Honestly, me too.
Please.
No, I will have their back too. But I just want to say, like, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for trusting me to do this. And I do want to let you know again, I give a lot of credit to the people that listen to the show, because they've moved cases. They moved cases a little bit faster than the detectives, and that's because they have a little bit more red tape. The detectives, they have to go through a process.
You're right on. There's someone out there that knows something that's like a key part.
I mean, it's very like, to be honest, when he's showing to me, it's like very.
I know who's saying. I know who's saying.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because I'm like, I don't want to like call anyone out, but like he's saying,
Yes. He's kind of like this. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah,
thank you. But just if you can just let him know, I hope my Gemma is up there with him, and tell him just not to worry about me. I know he worries about me. He always has. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. He's like so protective over you, which means
yes, I know.
But he's not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably not gonna stop, even if I'm like, "Hey, man, you don't have to."
No,
I highly doubt that he'll stop.
I know he's here. Like, I know. But thank you very much.
Of course,
I appreciate that.
No,
but
thank you.
That last key thing you just said, dead on.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Erica, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much for trusting myself and trusting the audience here to do some great work for you. Now, guys, I just want to say I'm so thankful that each and every one of you listen to this and helps out these families. But the mission is not over. We need to continue to help. And with doing that, we have a list of detectives. We have a list of Facebook groups that you can help out Erica and the family. But guys, if you or anyone that are affected by an unsolved case, please send an email to connectjonathanmark@gmail.com, or just send a DM to my Instagram at JonathanMarkMedium. Please don't forget to rate and review the show. It really helps out. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.